Hello, everybody. She's back. Michelle Major is hanging out with us on today. And guys, you already know. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on down to the cafe. We are live and we are in color, hanging out with Michelle Major on today, guys. And we have some good stuff we're going to talk about because Michelle has a new one. Not only is it a new release, it's a new series. We're going to talk about that a little bit as well. But Michelle, welcome back to the cafe, my friend. And before we get into all the goodness and you spilling a little bit of tea, introduce yourself to the people.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be back with you, Angela, and with your amazing cafe readers. I do have a new book. It is called Someone to Love. It is the brand new start of a small town series, which I love. That is like in my heart, what I love to write, what I love to read, where I love to hang out. So I have been published for a little over a decade now and slightly prolific. This is my 60th book. Thank you.
That is awesome. Michelle, you said 60. That is amazing, my friend.
Yes, I don't have a lot of hobbies, but it is my first indie book. And so I'm super excited about this transition, about like just writing what I love, and like the early reviews have been great, and it's just been a lot of like big learning curve, but so rewarding.
Wow, I love that. I love that. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are hanging out with Michelle Major. And Letitia said, congratulations on 60 books. I know, right? That is amazing. She is on her way to 100, not far from it. I love that. I love that. And Michelle, again, I'm just super excited to have you back at the cafe, guys. She's no stranger at the cafe. She's one of our authors that is the queen of small town. Y'all know I love a good small town as well. And Michelle, you mentioned something in your introduction. This is your first indie book, so congratulations to you on that. And in addition to this being one of your first indie books, this is a new series, my friend. It is the Skylark series, and so I want for you to share a little bit about what inspired this series.
Well, you know what inspired it? So a couple of things. I had written a lot of books and sort of done a lot of romance, a little bit of women's fiction, and it was sort of yearning to get back to my like romance roots, and a little spicy and a lot of tropes and just kind of that good stuff that I love to sink into as a reader. And I wanted to write it too, but my books most always start with a heroine, with a female main character. And I love delving into a woman's journey, like not just for love, but, sort of like what she takes to step into herself.
Yeah.
Because, there are a lot of roles that we all play: daughter, worker, like all the mother, all the different things. Sadie, the main character of this, is an older sister, and when her mother died, she raised her younger sister.
Yeah.
That cover, I love the couple. But female friendships are always really important to me too in books, because they're important in real life. And so I started this, with a book club, and they were doing this bucket list, and I thought, what's Sadie gonna do? And then this, like, I love me some football, married a football player. So I was like, I'm going to give her a hot quarterback. So that's
right.
How it started.
Michelle, let me just tell you, we're gonna get into it. You was throwing in a little bit of everything. We have several different tropes that I like, all the good stuff as well, to make this a good old small town. Because y'all know about small town. Everybody's in everybody's business, especially with this friend group. Oh my goodness. And the bucket list that they create and the reason behind them doing the bucket list. And Michelle, I just want to let you know that when you made it bookish, when you had them being in a book club, I was so here for that as well. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are hanging out with author Michelle Major. Guys, she has a new one. It is hot off the press. It is called Someone to Love. It is available in ebook and print. We will be sharing with you how you can get a copy of this as well. But until then, if you have a question or a comment, definitely put it in the comment section as well. Y'all know we like to be interactive here at the cafe. Now, Michelle, I want to ask you this because as you guys can see, I have one cover, Someone to Love, and Michelle is holding up a different cover with the print copy. Tell us a little bit about these two covers, because I even remember that you did a little posting about the two covers as well, and you did a poll to see what people like. Tell us about these two covers for this book.
I started with the couple, and I found this, this perfect couple from this photographer who does a lot of romance couple covers, and I had a brilliant cover designer. But I, coming from traditional to indie, I wanted to be very respectful of my core readers, who are a lot of paperback readers, a lot of print readers. And not that my couple is super spicy, but I do think that sometimes, people who like print want to have something a little discreet in their paperback books. So I thought, let's do something, that is the same color scheme and gets the small town vibe.
Yep.
But, a little bit. And if one cover is great, two covers.
Hey, I love it. I love it. And Michelle, I like how, if you'll hold the print copy up again too, I like how the print cover also gives that small town vibe, because we love a good small town romance as well. So thank you for sharing that about these two covers as well. Let's see. I love this. Thank you, Lenny, for commenting. And I hope I'm saying your name right. Lenny is saying that, hello, ladies, I'm reading this book now, and I love it. I did answer the poll for the book cover for Michelle, and I have read all of your books. I love that, Lenny. I love it. So we have recipients on today, and she was definitely aware of the poll that Michelle did as well, asking about the two covers. So I love that. Let's see. Michelle, I seem to have froze up on my end. Did I freeze up or no? Can you still hear me, or am I still moving?
I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Okay, perfect. So I love that. And Michelle, I want to ask you, I'm so glad, my friend, that you shared with us about the two covers. But now, my friend, I want to ask you about this title. Guys, as we told you, this is the Skylark series, is book 1 in this series. So that lets you know that there are more books to come. And the first book is called Someone to Love. And Lenny may know this as well, but if you have read the book, or if you were in the process of reading the book, you would definitely get the title. But tell us about this title, Someone to Love, my friend. Was this the first working title, or it came later?
It came. So this is planned as an 8-book series. We will see, how it goes. That's the great thing about, writing, is you kind of have, you get feedback from readers, how things are going. The response has been just blown me away. So I actually know all of the titles. So I kind of started with, I wanted to do, a naming convention, so that, because these books are in Kindle Unlimited. And I think as a reader, when I go into Kindle Unlimited, I really like to be able, there's so many books out there, and I like to be able to know, okay, these are all in the series. This all makes sense together. And I have a big backlist. So I want to make these books clear. So book number 2, which is going to come out in May, is Someone to Tempt. Ooh. And it's also a little spicy. And so I just really had fun with both the titles and sort of making sure the story and the couple kind of fit where I was going with the titles.
I love that. And guys, I don't know if you caught that. If you was listening, Michelle just spilled some tea. She gave you the title of book 2, and she also told you when it's coming out. It is coming out May, which is next month. So excited. Thank you, Michelle, for spilling the tea as well. Guys, if you're joining us, hanging out with our friend Michelle Major, she has a new book, a new series. It's the Skylark series. Book 1 is called Someone to Love. She also spilled some more tea. She did let you know that it is available on Kindle Unlimited as well. We will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of it in just a little bit. It's available in ebook. It's also available in print as well. Now, Michelle, I want to ask you this, and you can kind of answer it as far as the series is concerned, as well as book 1. Please share with us what came first. You share with us what inspired this series, but what came first for Someone to Love, or just the series in general? Was it these characters, or was it the plot?
For me, it is always the characters.
Okay.
Always start with the characters, and
these are some characters.
and for this one, I was like, I'm just going to go wild with all my favorite tropes. So I was like, small town, single dad, the football player, the opposites attract, just throw everything in there, because the juicier I could make it, it's what I love to read. And it made it so fun to write, just to explore everything.
I love that. And Michelle, even with all those tropes in there too, I don't know if you meant to do it, but you also gave us some humor, because some of the banter, even the banter between Ian and his daughter Reva, and I mean just some of the banter between the friends, the one-liners, the little quick things. It's just, there are some little cute little laugh out loud moments as whatever too. So let me just tell you, you did an amazing job bringing this story together as well. Now, I want to ask you, let's talk about the characters just a little bit. And guys, this is book 1. So, a lot of times in book 1, you're getting to know some of the characters, the friendship, all of that good stuff as well. But we have, we got to talk about good old Sadie. Oh my goodness. How can you not love her as well? But what can you tell us about Sadie's character? How would you describe her for us?
I would say, she is, and there's a little bit of me in Sadie, because
okay.
I have a younger sister who is 11 years younger than me. I did a lot of sisterly mothering of her when we were younger. So, I think Sadie she is loyal, and she is sweet, and she is honorable, but the girl just doesn't believe in herself.
Yeah.
She has sort of, life put her in this really small box, and she's just stayed in there. And I don't believe any woman should stay in that small box. I believe, we should all be, out and, living our best lives. So
Yeah.
I wanted that for her journey. That was super important to me.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that about her. And then, of course, we have to talk about her sister Piper.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Which is the little sister that, something tragically happened that, Sadie had to step into that motherly role. And as Michelle was saying, it's almost like all of her dreams and things that she had into place, it was like, let me, I got to step into a whole different ball game. And even when her sister became an adult, it was almost like she was, like you said, kind of in that box, what have you. But what can you tell us about her sister Piper?
So Piper is, she is younger, and she was young when her mother died, and she was a single mother. So, some grace to her. I think Piper has a lot of growing up to do. So I've had a number of readers who have, Ian, our football player, has a really fun brother, Felix, who also plays football.
Okay.
And I've had some questions about Piper and Felix getting together, which, wink, wink, might happen. but I think Piper has some growing up to do, and I knew I would want to use her and Felix for a character down the road. So I think for me, when I'm writing a character secondary who maybe isn't the most empathetic in that book, it's like a fine line to, like, she was kind of a brat, didn't really realize it, but good heart, so it was fun to give her a little glimpse of what she could be.
Yeah. And of course, guys, we have to talk about Ian. He is this retired football player who is super hot, okay? But let's just say he's not the settling down type, okay? All of this good stuff too, but it works because there are some things that's gonna happen, or what have you too. But we're not gonna give you too much tea because we want you to go and get the book. But tell us about Ian, and if you could describe his character a little bit, and how much fun did you have writing his character?
I, I
And
had
he's a single
so
dad. Well, not single dad, but he's him and his child's mother, they're not together, they're
they're
co-parenting.
not
Let's
together.
say
So
that.
yes, and he is in this town functioning as a
As a
single.
single dad, yeah.
But yeah, he was super fun, and I do feel like when you write a hero, especially one who's a football player, who's an alpha, who's like all the things, you can just dig into some of that, like, juicy banter and throwing out lines and just letting him be protective of her, and all this sort of like butterflies in your stomach kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So that was Ian was great for that, but I also think, I mean, he had a vulnerable side, and that's where he and Sadie connected,
Yes.
his daughter. So,
Yes.
and I think there are a lot of people out there, especially guys, who, on the surface seem to have it all together, but not totally. So it was fun to explore that with him.
And Michelle, that was one of the things that I did enjoy about the book, of you bringing out that side of him and peeling back those layers and showing that vulnerable side of him, as well, that he was more than that meets the eye, or what I guess the public saw of him, because deep down his daughter had his heart, and he wanted to be able to reach his daughter and be the best dad that he could be, for her, and for her to kind of have a normalized light outside of the spotlight, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Or what have you too. So I really like that you showed that vulnerable side of him, or showed the side where him and Sadie, like, connected, because it was definitely, for people looking in, it was definitely opposite attract. I mean, she's like the cute girl next door, definitely not like the women that he usually dates, or what have you too. So I'm sure that was kind of fun. And speaking of fun, we had, Michelle, I'm a meet cute girly. I absolutely love the meet cute. Oh my goodness, hilarious. And even the way that she saw him, because guys, he, at first, before she got to know him, he was this mysterious next door neighbor. Okay. And of course, she had all kinds of stuff concocted about who this mysterious next door neighbor that she only would catch glimpse of, like going to his car of, that was blacked out windows, and, all this good stuff too. But tell us a little bit about, writing the meet cute for this particular story, and we'll get back to some of the characters in just a bit.
I love a meet cute. I think those are so fun. And again, for an opposites attract, and for this bigger than life man, like, I wanted her to, not recognize him, and to, sort of, he's got this ego where he thinks that, like, all women fall at his feet, because they do. But she doesn't, and that makes it special from the start. So yeah, I had so
And
much.
Michelle, the funny part to that too is because in the back of his mind, it was like, wait for it,
It's
and it like never came. And then he was
no,
kind of like, wait, what? She really honestly don't know who I am. That
I'm a
was
keeper.
hilarious.
Yeah, so that was fun, and I think it set the tone for, you know them connecting on this authentic level
Yeah.
because, she's like, eventually she Googles his underwear ads, but at the start, it's, she's a little clueless.
I love that. I love that. And of course, Michelle, we have to talk about these dogs because, guys, she's like a professional dog sitter. She has her own business, all this good stuff as well. What was that like for you to write these animals? Because some of them, I mean, they're like characters in themselves,
Right?
and they make an appearance, and they're also help make a connection and bridge the gap, as well, especially between his daughter. We're going to talk about Reva in just a minute. But what was it like for you of creating those characters of her dogs that she was dog sitting?
it is weirdly fun. Sometimes you wish the animals could talk, right? Because they'd have the best one-liners. But I'm an animal person, and the dog that we have now is a certified therapy dog. So we do a lot of volunteering. We meet a lot of different dogs. And so, I again took snippets from a lot of them to create those like quirky personalities of, the animals. So yeah,
Yeah,
Cheryl
and
does have
I'm
something special. I think they do. I
Yeah, I'm with Cheryl too, Michelle. They do. They just add that little, to a story. And then, of course, in addition to animals, kids do too. And Reva, let me tell you, there are moments when Reva takes the show. Okay, Reva takes the words off the page. Her little one-liners, her little comments. I was just like, okay, because at first it was like this little 12-year-old.
right.
It was a couple of moments, look, Michelle, that the mommy in me, the mother in me came out. I was like, okay, no, wait a minute.
You girl, right?
I was like, wait a minute here, Missy.
Right. Right.
But
But
her
those
little one-liners, and she
uh,
was quick with it.
right.
But then she had those moments where I loved how, and this was kind of at the beginning, Michelle, and we're gonna get you to talk about Reva's character, where her dad, he would find moments. Like, she would say some things and he was like, oh, I take that as a compliment. I love those moments. And then there were moments where she would say or she would do things. And it was almost like he would use those as teachable moments for himself. Like, oh, wait, or, oh, I didn't know, she's doing this. I noticed this. So, these are things that I need to step up my dad game, and stuff like that. So I love those aspects of it too. But let's talk a little bit about 12-year-old Reva. I think she's 12. Is she 12?
She is 12.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I feel like now, I mean, back, in the dark ages when I was 12-year-olds now, they're sophisticated. Like they know what's going on. And, but I really like one of my favorite things in my personal life was my daughter's relationship with my husband. I just think it's really special. Although when she was a teenager, and she and I were kind of going at it, and he would be like, oh, you just need to give her a break. She's an angel, la, la, la. And then, I went out of town by myself, and like he called and was like, who is like, what happened to her? And I was like, yeah, that's the part that I saw that now you get to see too. And 12-year-olds can be a lot, but I loved his like his Ian just wanted to do right by her. And he
He
hadn't
did.
always in the past, but
Yeah.
he really did. And I loved writing Reva in a way that she didn't always make it easy on him
No.
to get there. But in the end, when he did, I think it made it sweeter for both of them. So
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. Guys, if you're just joining us, hanging out with Michelle Major, guys, it's a new one, hot off the press. Not only is it a new book, it's book one. So it's a new book in a new series for author Michelle Major. It's the Skylark series. And the first book is called Someone to Love. We will be sharing with you in just a bit how you can get your hands on a copy of it. It's available in ebook, it's available in print. And for those KU individuals, Kindle Unlimited is available in that as well. Now, guys, I know you're ready. Michelle Michelle is going to share with us just a short snippet, enough to wet your whistle as well. So while Michelle is getting that ready, I'm going to let her set the scene, set the tone, set the stage for what she's getting ready to read. And Michelle, we are ready when you are, my friend.
Great. Well, I'm excited. This is a scene where, so I think Sadie and Ian, their first connection happened between them and with Riva involved. But then, you branch out into the town and the town sees Sadie one way and they see Ian a different way.
Yeah.
So there were some, awkwardness there of like, I mean, we all know how it is in a small town or a small community when everybody's looking at you, everybody's judging you. And so it just added a little bit of tension. So that's what I'm going to say about this little snippet. So he stands again, crowding my space. When I take an instinctive step back, my ankle catches on the corner of the lounge chair. Ian steadies me with his big hands and traces his thumb along the inside crease of my elbow. Has my skin there always been so sensitive? Do I have any ability to control my reaction to him? Once again, he uses that patented X-ray vision to see right into me. We're not done, Sadie, not by a long shot. And I don't care how other people see you. I don't care what you think this does or doesn't mean. I'm a simple man and I want you. I suck in a breath and turn my head because if I meet his gaze right now, I might spontaneously combust. You said you want me to, and I'm taking you at your word, sweetheart. If that changes, I'll respect your decision. But until then, he draws his hand down until his thumb is resting over the pulse in my wrist, which is leaping at an alarming rate like I've just run a marathon. We are going to happen.
Guys, let me just tell you that is a little snippet of Someone to Love, and it is a little bit of fake dating in there. You have this hot single dad who is a former NFL player. You have these friends that their friend group is just closer than close, tighter than tight. That's amazing as well. All of these good things that bring up this story. And of course, there is a giveaway. And I am going to let Michelle share with us on today what her giveaway is. And I can just tell you guys this. I know what the giveaways are. I'll give you a little tea. So I'm excited about that too. But Michelle, tell the people what the giveaways are, my friend. And I kind of gave them away what the special is because I said I use a plural.
Yeah. So we're doing a couple of giveaways in honor of two covers, the cute ebook cover and the cute print book cover. So I'm going to give one ebook and one print book away to one of these fantastic cafe members.
I love it. And guys, you know what to do to be in the running for one of these giveaways. All you had to have done is to comment in the comment section as well. And let me just tell you, I'm going to get my friend Michelle Major to help me. I'm going to go up and down the comment section. She's going to tell me when to stop, and then that person will be the winner. And so we're going to do the ebook first. Someone to Love. This is what the cover looks like. This is the ebook. And Michelle, I am ready, my friend. All right. So whenever you tell me to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Cheryl Best Life Brooks, you are the winner of an ebook copy of Someone to Love. So if you will inbox me your email information, we'll be sure to get that over to Michelle Major and we will get that out to you. So next up, congratulations. Next up, my friend, is a paperback or print copy of Someone to Love with that lovely cover that Michelle was holding up as well. All right, Michelle, I am ready when you are.
Stop.
Okay. Letitia, you're the winner, my friend. She said both covers are great. You're the winner of the print copy of Someone to Love. So, my friend, if you will inbox me your information, same thing. I'll be able to get that over to Michelle, and you will get a print copy of the book. Congratulations to both of our winners, Letitia and Cheryl. Congratulations. And thank both of you for joining us as well. Now, Michelle, I have to ask you this, my friend, and of course, we will be sharing with the people how they can get their their hands on a copy as well. But I want to ask you this because we did talk about there are a lot of tropes in this particular book as well. But what did you enjoy about writing the fake dating trope?
I love a fake dating trope because I just think it starts out like right from the beginning, and it gives them such an opportunity to doubt it because they feel like it's fake. They're in it thinking it's fake. And so as readers, we can see that, oh God, they're catching feels for each other.
Oh yeah.
They're
Don't you
still,
love it when they start catching feels?
right. And then, but they're still maintaining, their walls up. It's fake. And so that all has to come crashing down. I think it's so much fun.
I love that. I love that. And then the other one that I have to ask you about, because like I said, you are the queen of writing small town, my friend. What is it about small town that you enjoy?
Oh my gosh. I love being able to create this world of that I want to go live in. Well, it's sort of like it's the Gilmore Girls, Stars Hollow, or Heart of Dixie. I mean, there are so many, fun small towns. And even though it would probably drive me crazy, I love in a book where everybody is kind of in everybody's business and they have a history and there's so much richness to that. And I feel like in a longer running series, readers, it's like coming home, you're just
It
visiting
is. Oh my
friends.
goodness. And in a small town book or a small town series, it's like you said, it feels like coming home, but they're family. It's like they become family. Their town is your town, I love that.
I do too.
Guys, if you're just joining us, we are hanging out with Michelle Major, guys. Her new book and new series, Someone to Love. It is the Skylark series. It's available in ebook. It's available in print, and as well as it is on Kindle Unlimited. And so Michelle is getting ready to share with us how you can get your hands on a copy of either the ebook or the print copy.
Yep. So ebook, as Angela said, it is in Kindle. You can get a Kindle copy. You can get it in KU. If you don't have a Kindle, you don't actually need a Kindle to read a Kindle copy. You can read it on your iPad, on your desktop, wherever you read ebooks. The print copy is available on Amazon. It is available on Barnes and Noble, and any independent bookstore you go to should be able to order it as well. So, and let me just mention, I know I did a little tease, but I do want to tell you, because it's important to me as a reader that I know I'm going to be able to keep going. So like I said, Someone to Tempt is coming out May 22nd. Then Someone to Have will be out in July, and Someone to Hold will be coming out in October. So
I love it. Michelle, you just gave them some triple T, my friend. Y'all, she just shared with you. She gave you book 2, book 3, and book 4.
First news here.
Yes, you are hearing it here at the cafe. Okay, y'all know you be getting the tea here. I love it. So, of course, you can pre-order the second book in the series, Someone to Tempt, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, you can go ahead and pre-order that now, with this coming out in May. All of that good stuff. And Michelle just gave you the tea of what book 3 and book 4, the title of those books as well. So Michelle, thank you for sharing that with us. And it has been amazing hanging out with you, my friend. And of course, guys, the time goes by so fast. Oh my goodness, Michelle, please share with our friends, how can they stay connected with you?
So you can find me on Facebook at Michelle Major Books, or Instagram at Michelle Major Author. You can also if you go to michellemajor.com, my newsletter, if you sign up, you do get a free bonus novella. And I send out newsletters twice a month. There's almost always a giveaway that's exclusive to my newsletter subscribers. So that's kind of where I am. And I am going to show you really quick, because I think it's so beautiful. This is the Someone to Tempt couple.
What? Michelle, if you do not stop dropping the tea, I love it. Look at all this tea, guys. She gave you a sneak peek of the cover. Did y'all just see that? Did y'all catch that? Thank you, Michelle. Michelle. See, y'all
Thank
get
you.
some bonuses here at the cafe. I love it. I love it. Well, Michelle, thank you for all the tea that you shared with us on today. I've had an amazing time. Congratulations on your new book and your new series, my friend. Guys, definitely stay connected with Michelle. Definitely once you read Someone to Love, leave a review. I know that Michelle Major will be so appreciative of that. And not only leave a review, guys, tell a friend to tell a friend. Book clubs out there. Oh my goodness, what a way to a book to to talk about with your book club. There is lots of stuff to talk about in this book, Someone to Love. And not only that, it's a whole series. So do that for me and for my friend Michelle. Spread the word about Someone to Love and this new series, the Scarlock series, as well. And of course, guys, stay connected with me. Angela Anderson Presents. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Angela Anderson, all of that good stuff as well. And as we always say, but before I say that, Michelle, I have to allow you to have the last words.
Thank you guys so much. I mean, it is an honor to be back here. And I was so excited about it all day because you guys are just awesome and so much fun. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Again, guys, stay connected with Michelle. Get you a copy of Someone to Love. And as we always say here at the cafe, have an amazing day because we're going to have an amazing day and get you a copy of Someone to Love. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.